Today, we're exploring the profound concept of soul families. The spiritual companions who journey with you through multiple lifetimes. If you've ever wondered why some relationships feel destined, this video will change everything you thought you knew about human connections. Take a moment to think of someone who made you feel this way, because understanding these connections starts with recognizing the deeper mystery behind why your soul responds so powerfully to certain people. Have you ever wondered why your body seems to know someone before your mind does? Your heart starts racing, palms get sweaty, and there's this electric feeling in the air that you can't explain. Meanwhile, your logical mind is scrambling to understand what's happening. You just met this person 30 seconds ago, so why does it feel like coming home? This happens because our souls recognize each other on a level that goes far beyond physical sight or conversation. While your conscious mind is busy processing what someone looks like or what they're saying, your soul is already scanning their energy signature. It's like having an internal radar system that operates completely outside your awareness. Regression work confirms that souls agree on these energetic signposts before birth, creating recognition patterns that transcend physical form. Your rational mind wants everything to make sense. It looks for logical reasons why you might feel drawn to someone. Maybe they remind you of your cousin. Maybe you both went to the same college. But sometimes there are no logical connections at all. This creates an internal battle between what you feel and what you think you should feel. Consider Sarah, who walked into a coffee shop and locked eyes with a stranger. Her entire body responded as if she'd been struck by lightning. They talked for 3 hours straight, sharing stories and laughing like old friends. Later, she called her sister and said, "I know this sounds crazy, but I feel like I've been waiting my whole life to meet him." That recognition wasn't in her imagination. In past life sessions, clients often report this exact moment of recognition. Her soul knew something her mind hadn't figured out yet. But instant connections don't always feel warm and fuzzy. Sometimes you meet someone and feel inexplicably uncomfortable. Your stomach knots up. You want to leave the room even though they've done nothing wrong. This person might be perfectly nice, but something inside you reacts with anxiety or even fear. From a spiritual perspective, every soul carries a unique energy signature. Think of it like a fingerprint made of vibration and light. When souls have shared experiences across multiple lifetimes, they become attuned to each other's energy patterns. Your soul recognizes these signatures instantly, even when you're meeting in completely different bodies and circumstances. Regression sessions reveal souls convene in spirit to map out roles and lessons before any incarnation. These pre-birth contracts outline the relationships that will most serve your growth. Some souls agree to be lovers who support each other's journey. Others commit to being the difficult boss who pushes you to stand up for yourself. When you feel that immediate recognition, your soul is essentially saying, "I remember you." When you feel unexplained discomfort, your soul might be saying, "We have unfinished business," or "This person is here to teach me something challenging." Your intuitive responses are actually spiritual intelligence at work, guiding you toward the relationships that will most serve your growth. These reactions are signposts pointing toward your most important relationships and growth opportunities. The people who trigger the strongest responses, whether positive or difficult, are often the ones who will impact your life most significantly. But there's something even more profound happening here, something that will completely change how you understand relationships. What if I told you that your most important relationships were planned before you were even born? This idea challenges everything most people believe about how we meet and connect with others. We're taught that relationships happen by chance. You bump into someone at a grocery store. You sit next to a stranger on a plane. You swipe right on a dating app. But what if none of these encounters are actually random? Soul families operate on a completely different level than anything we understand in the physical world. These are groups of souls who choose to travel together through multiple lifetimes. According to Dolores Cannon's research from thousands of past life regression sessions, souls make specific agreements about the roles they'll play in each other's spiritual growth. Her clients consistently describe meeting in what they call planning rooms, spiritual spaces where souls gather between lifetimes to map out their next incarnation together. In these planning sessions, souls decide who will be the supportive friend and who will be the challenging boss, who will be the romantic partner and who will be the difficult parent. Unlike your biological family, which you're born into, your soul family consists of spirits you actually chose to work with. Think about this for a moment. Your biological family shares DNA and physical traits with you, but your soul family shares something much deeper. They share spiritual purpose. These pre-birth agreements outline specific lessons each soul will learn and the experiences they'll have together. Your soul family members can show up anywhere in your life. The person might be your actual parent, but they could just as easily be your best friend, your romantic partner, or even that co-worker who drives you crazy. The relationship between souls transcends physical roles. A soul who was your mother in one lifetime might come back as your daughter in the next. Someone who was your enemy could return as your closest friend. This is where soul families differ dramatically from regular relationships. Most relationships focus on compatibility, shared interests, or physical attraction. Soul family connections focus on growth and spiritual evolution. Regular relationships might end when things get difficult. Soul family relationships persist through challenges because they're designed to teach you specific lessons. The intensity sets soul family relationships apart too. When you connect with a soul family member, the emotions run deeper. The love feels more profound, but the conflicts can also feel more painful. This intensity exists because these souls know each other on levels that go beyond this current lifetime. Some soul family members come to comfort and support you. These are the people who believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. They show up during your darkest moments with exactly what you need to hear. But others come specifically to challenge you. They push your buttons and force you to grow in ways you never would on your own. Understanding these connections changes everything about how you view relationships. Every significant person in your life becomes a teacher rather than just someone you happen to meet. But here's what makes this even more fascinating. Not every soul connection serves the same purpose in your spiritual journey. The relationships you encounter aren't accidental meetings. They're carefully planned spiritual appointments. Within these spiritual appointments, you'll encounter 4 distinct types of soul connections, each serving a unique purpose in your growth. Understanding these differences helps you navigate your relationships with greater wisdom and recognize what each person is meant to teach you. Many people make the mistake of expecting all soul connections to feel peaceful and supportive. They think that if someone is part of their soul family, the relationship should be easy and conflict-free. This misconception leads to confusion when they encounter intense or challenging connections. The truth is that some of your most important soul family members come specifically to shake up your world and push you toward growth. Soulmates represent the most harmonious type of soul connection. These relationships feel like finding your missing piece. When you're with a soulmate, conversation flows naturally. You share similar values and life perspectives. They understand your dreams and support your goals without question. Soulmates provide emotional stability and mutual encouragement. They help you feel confident about who you are while inspiring you to become even better. These connections often span multiple lifetimes, with souls choosing to support each other's journey repeatedly. Twin flames create an entirely different experience. This connection feels like looking into a spiritual mirror. Regression clients often describe twin flames as mirror souls who catalyze rapid growth through their intense reflection of each other. Twin flames share the same soul essence, split into two bodies to accelerate growth through contrast and reunion. The relationship is intensely transformative but often turbulent. Twin flames trigger each other's deepest wounds and greatest strengths simultaneously. They force rapid spiritual evolution through the intensity of their connection. Many twin flame relationships involve periods of separation, followed by magnetic reunions as both souls work through their individual healing. Karmic relationships arrive to resolve unfinished business from past lifetimes. These connections often feel immediately intense, but not necessarily in a positive way. Karmic partners might trigger your anger, jealousy, or fear. They bring up your deepest insecurities and force you to confront patterns you've been avoiding. The person who repeatedly hurts you, or the friend who brings out your worst qualities, might be a karmic connection. These relationships exist to clear old debts and teach boundaries, self-worth, and forgiveness. Once the karmic debt is resolved, these connections often naturally fade away. Dharma relationships focus on shared spiritual mission and purpose. These souls come together to accomplish specific work in the world. Dharma partners might start a business together, create art, or serve their community in meaningful ways. Their connection centers around fulfilling a shared mission rather than romantic love or emotional healing. These relationships feel productive and inspiring. Both people feel energized by working toward their common goals. Each type carries a completely different energetic signature. Soulmate energy is warm and comforting. Twin flame energy is electric and overwhelming. Karmic energy often feels heavy or triggering. Dharma energy is purposeful and inspiring. Learning to recognize these different energetic signatures becomes crucial when you start noticing the specific signals your soul sends you about each person you meet. Your soul sends you specific signals when you meet these family members, and learning to recognize them changes everything about how you understand your relationships. Sign 1. Instant comfort. You walk into a room and see someone across the space. Your shoulders relax. Your breathing deepens. Something inside you settles in a way that feels completely natural. This person might be a complete stranger, but your soul recognizes them as family. The comfort comes from energetic familiarity. Your soul remembers the feeling of being with this spirit before. Sign 2. Being truly seen. You share a story or express an opinion, and this person gets it immediately. They understand the deeper meaning behind your words without explanation. You don't have to defend your choices or justify your feelings. This understanding goes beyond surface conversation because your souls have communicated across multiple lifetimes. Sign 3. Shared life patterns. You discover you both moved to the same city at age 12. You both lost a parent at similar ages. You both chose the same unusual career path. Regression clients often recount being surprised by these matching childhood events and experiences. These parallel patterns aren't coincidences. They're evidence of pre-birth agreements where souls planned similar lessons together. Sign 4. Deep emotional resonance. When this person feels joy, something inside you lifts. When they experience pain, you feel it in your own heart. Their emotions affect you more deeply than those of other people. This heightened empathy exists because your souls share energetic bonds that transcend physical boundaries. Sign 5. Perfect timing. You experience a sense of destiny about meeting this person at this exact moment. Maybe you both got stuck in the same elevator or ended up sitting next to each other on a delayed flight. The meeting feels inevitable, like the universe orchestrated this encounter specifically for you both. As before, discomfort can signal important karmic lessons. Some connections create immediate anxiety or tension that indicates difficult but necessary growth ahead. Multiple signs together. The clearest confirmation comes when several signs appear simultaneously. You feel both immediate recognition and emotional resonance. You notice parallel life patterns along with perfect timing. When these elements combine, Your soul is sending you an unmistakable message about this person's spiritual importance. Take a moment right now to think about the significant people in your life. Which of these signs have you experienced? Jot down the names that come to mind and the specific signals you felt. This awareness becomes your foundation for understanding these powerful connections. But recognizing your soul family members is only the first step. These intense spiritual bonds require a completely different approach than regular relationships. The real transformation happens when you learn to navigate these intense connections with spiritual wisdom. Soul family relationships require understanding their unique energy and purpose. The intensity and spiritual significance behind these connections can overwhelm you if you don't approach them with both openness and discernment. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking soul connections should be effortless. They believe that because someone is part of their soul family, the relationship should flow smoothly without conflict or difficulty. This misconception leads to disappointment when challenges arise. Even worse, some people use spiritual concepts to excuse unhealthy behavior. They tell themselves that abuse or manipulation is just part of their karmic lesson, when in reality, no spiritual connection gives anyone permission to harm you. Healthy boundaries remain essential even within soul family relationships. Even though souls agree to lessons before birth, free will and self-care remain paramount. You write and can revise your own script. Your spiritual bond with someone doesn't mean you have to accept disrespect or tolerate behavior that damages your well-being. You can honor the spiritual purpose of a connection while still protecting yourself. Setting boundaries actually helps the relationship serve its highest purpose because it prevents both people from falling into unhealthy patterns. When conflicts arise with soul family members, spiritual understanding can help you practice deeper acceptance and forgiveness. You might recognize that their difficult behavior stems from their own unhealed wounds or fear patterns. This awareness creates space for compassion. You can forgive someone's actions without inviting further harm. Both can coexist. Forgiveness doesn't mean accepting continued mistreatment. Learning to recognize when a soul contract has been fulfilled is crucial for your spiritual growth. Dolores Cannon taught clients that many lessons can be completed and then released, allowing both souls to move forward. Some soul family relationships are designed to last your entire lifetime. Others serve their purpose within months or years. When you've learned the lessons this person came to teach, the connection might naturally fade. Trying to force a relationship beyond its natural lifespan can actually hinder both people's spiritual progress. The key is distinguishing between soul growth challenges and genuinely toxic dynamics. Growth challenges push you outside your comfort zone but ultimately make you stronger. They help you develop courage, compassion, or self-worth. Toxic dynamics drain your energy and diminish your sense of self. A relationship counselor who understands spiritual concepts can help you make this distinction when you're too close to the situation to see clearly. Soul family relationships are meant to empower your growth, not diminish your worth. They should help you become more confident, loving, and authentic. If a relationship consistently makes you feel small or worthless, something has gone wrong. Trust your inner wisdom about what feels healthy versus what feels harmful. Take a moment right now to think about one challenging connection in your life. What boundary or forgiveness step would best serve your growth? This awareness transforms you from someone who simply reacts to these intense connections into someone who consciously participates in their own spiritual evolution. Understanding these soul connections gives you the power to approach every significant relationship with purpose and wisdom. Your soul family connections are not accidents. They're sacred appointments designed to awaken the highest version of yourself. Every person who triggers intense emotions in your life serves a purpose in your spiritual growth. Remember that instant connection you thought was chance. Now you know it was your soul at work, recognizing a spiritual companion from lifetimes past. Take a moment to think about the people who've triggered your strongest reactions, both positive and challenging. That friend who understands you completely, the partner who broke your heart, the family member who pushes all your buttons. They might just be your greatest teachers and closest spiritual companions. Share in the comments the one person who's had the greatest impact on your spiritual journey. If these concepts brought you clarity about your relationships, hit that like button and subscribe for deeper discussions on soul evolution.